For Complex News, I'm Natasha Martinez. The start of 2019 seemed bright for rising Florida rapper YNW Melly, who had just released his new project We All Shine in January that featured the Kanye West-assisted track Mixed Personalities. In February, Billboard sat down with the artist for an interview, and in it, Melly expressed his excitement, saying his year was about to be crazy and that he had plans to go to Hawaii with Kanye and finish a joint project with Juice WRLD. However, all those promising plans disappeared a mere week after that interview, when YNW Melly turned himself into the Miramar Police Department and was arrested and charged with 2 counts of first-degree murder. YNW Melly, whose real name is Jamel Demons, and YNW Bortland, whose real name is Cortland Henry, have been held without bond since February 13th after the deaths of their friends YNW Juvie and YNW Sack Chaser. After being held for 2 months, court documents obtained by Complex detail how prosecutors are going about building their case against Melly, including a possible death sentence. We've broken down how he got in this situation, but here are some updates because a lot has transpired since our video in late February. Here's everything you need to know about the murder case. The charges. Back in February, we detailed Melly's full legal timeline, including the career milestones he reached outside and behind bars. Melly has been dealing with the law since 2015, but for now we'll focus on the murder charges that have left him in custody for the past 2 months. On October 26, 2018, reports came out that Melly's friends Anthony Williams, aka YNW Sack Chaser, and Christopher Thomas Jr., aka YNW Juvie, had been killed. They were reportedly shot multiple times and were even driven to a local hospital where they pronounced dead shortly after. Initial reports stated that their deaths were the result of a drive-by shooting. On February 13th, Melly turned himself in after Bortland was arrested. They were both charged with 2 counts of first-degree murder. Just a few hours before he was arrested, Melly took to Instagram to be transparent with his followers. He posted a photo of himself, Sack Chaser, Juvie, and Bortland, writing, "To all my fans and supporters, no, I did not get locked up in Washington, but I am turning myself in today. I want you guys to know I love you and appreciate every single one of y'all. A couple months ago, I lost my 2 brothers by violence, and now the system wants to find justice. Unfortunately, a lot of rumors and lies are being said, but no worries, God is with me and my brother." Miramar Police released a contradicting statement claiming that their investigation, backed up by forensic evidence, found that Melly had shot and killed Juvie and Sack Chaser, and Bortland helped stage the drive-by scene. On February 14th, Melly and Bortland were ordered to remain in jail without bond and advised to avoid contact with each other. YNW Melly claims his innocence and his legal team. Earlier this month, both Bortland and Melly entered a not guilty plea in the Broward County Court. Melly is being represented by Bradford Cohen, a Fort Lauderdale criminal defense attorney who has also represented Kodak Black. Bradford has been quoted describing YNW Juvie and YNW Sack Chaser as being Melly's best friends. He also quoted the rapper saying that he hopes the police catch whoever is responsible. Besides Bradford, Melly is also being represented by Nicole E. Burdett and Jason Roger Williams, 2 Louisiana lawyers who were added on in April. Williams has formerly represented Boozy Badass during his 2011 murder trial, for which he was acquitted for the following year. Williams spoke to XXL earlier this month and expressed his confidence in Melly's case. "I feel very confident. We have a very strong team with Brad Cohen and Nicole Burdett, and myself. We feel really good about it. This is a process, and we're hoping that it's a fair process and all the evidence comes out." Williams feels that Melly's lyrics can be used against him in court. The lyrics to Murder on My Mind have already been used against him during a separate court hearing in 2017. Alibis, evidence, and snitches. Melly's arrest paperwork had prosecutors breaking down everything they think that happened on that night of the murders. But now the court documents reveal that they are wanting to see if Melly has an alibi. On April 9th, the state filed a demand for Melly to offer evidence of an alibi, as well as witnesses who can back up his story. Beyond that, they've also gathered a list of names and entities that have information that may be relevant to any offense Melly is being charged with. One of the names is Melly's mother, who recently became the subject of speculation in connection with the charges after videos surfaced online of her appearing to threaten Sack Chaser before his death. She discussed being threatened by Sack Chaser, and she asserted herself by saying, "And don't ever come for me because my credentials is real. It ain't even a joke, so don't ever try to come for me because I don't even play them type of games. Oh, you threatening me with your little gun? I got big guns. At the end of the day, Melly is my child, and he's gonna be great because he's talented. He's talented because of his mom." Another name that came up on the prosecutor's list was fellow rapper Soldier Kid. Through his Instagram, the state believes that Soldier Kid's account has information that may be relevant to the case. Kid rose to immediate infamy in the wake of XXXTentacion's killing in June of 2018. Kid quickly went to Instagram claiming his innocence in a video. He said he doesn't even know Melly. As for snitches, the court documents reveal that the state is not working with any material or information provided by a confidential informant. Police did say that they talked to YNW Portland and got a cover-up story about the group being victims of a drive-by shooting. Other evidence state prosecutors are trying to obtain is the use of Melly's YouTube and social media accounts. An affidavit in the rapper's arrest report contains quotes from messages sent via Snapchat. The state also has search warrants for Facebook, Instagram, and Melly's Gmail account. As for YouTube, the rapper's uploads have been a subject of scrutiny as a documentary on his life and upbringing, which was posted to Melly's account in December 2018, was mentioned in his arrest report. The piece offers a brief text reference to both Sackchaser and Juby's death that police say contradict the account that they heard from Portland. YNW Melly tied to police killing? As if that wasn't enough to go after Melly and Portland, documents filed by prosecutors this month show that the state will be looking into both of their involvement in the death of a police officer. In February, Vero News reported that the Indian River County Sheriff's law enforcement sources put Melly and Portland at the scene of the fatal shooting of Deputy Gary Chambliss. They have not been charged for the crime, but a police captain has confirmed that detectives working on the case will want to talk to both Melly and Portland. Prosecutors will seek the death penalty. The state filed a notice of their intent to seek the death penalty against YNW Melly. No notice has been filed for Portland. Prosecutors believe that they can prove beyond a reasonable doubt that the capital felony was committed by Melly, a criminal gang member. They also say that Melly's alleged crime was especially heinous, atrocious, and cruel. They also aim that they can prove that Melly's crime was for financial gain and that it was committed in a cold, calculated, and premeditated manner without any pretense of moral or legal justification. What's next? Although Melly has been held without bail since turning himself in February, his presence in hip-hop is still seen and heard in videos and guest verses. He has also seen a jump in streaming numbers immediately after his charges were made public. Last week, there was a status conference hearing, and his next appearance in court will be another status conference hearing on July 11th. In some uncourt-related news, a man identified as Melly's father released an emotional song about his son. The track surfaced earlier this month as a reinterpretation of Murder on My Mind, titled Melly on My Mind. The artist is listed as Dante the Gift Taylor, and he's claiming to be Melly's biological father, although it's unclear if this is truly his dad. The song is a profession of Melly's innocence, and several people who know Taylor confirm his connection to Melly. The rapper's mom was also seen on Instagram Live getting very emotional after hearing about her son's possible fate. The story is still developing, but for more updates on YNW Melly's case and everything else you need to know, subscribe to Complex on YouTube. For Complex News, I'm Natasha Martinez.